All right. There it is.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Okay. We're gonna copyright strike. Shut up! No, I'm just kidding. Hello, everybody. We are once again playing some Dungeons and Dragons, following the ongoing campaign, and going of the Dawnforged company. They have reached level 20, have made some major impacts in the world, which is slowly fusing together with the Shadowfell. Got married last session. I had a marriage last session, and now we've
Marriage.
marriage is a thing. No, we're not doing that. So there was a marriage last session after defeating, and which changed the name of their demon tiefling. Used to be a rat guy. That's a long story. Changed his last name so that way he could no longer be summoned by people who think they knew people who knew his previous true name. So take that, people trying to summon him, and then multiple things have been set in motion after that. Finding out that there was the slit above Bloodscale's head actually was connected to a full-on sleeping dragon. One that was asleep in the dreaming since who knows when, before Dragonborn were a thing, before the fall and fight between the Morphe and Dragonkind and the Morphe and anti-Morphe factions and blah blah blah. It's been kind of nuts. But they managed to talk this dragon into helping them and has now been accepted into the conclave inside of... Conclave? That's not right. The council inside of Bloodscale's head of all of the other colors as well, and he calls them his family, and they are now catching him up, hopefully, on what's going on. Now, other than that, anything I'm forgetting?
There's a weird book that Mesnos may or may not have attuned to. I don't know.
Yes, yeah, there was a Demonomicon that you guys found that they were using to summon Mesnos. It'll be up to you all if you want. I'm gonna leave that to the party to decide whether Mesnos is gonna attune to that or not.
Can I get a refresher on the book?
Yeah, why was he attuning to it?
The stupid fucking guy, angel guy that got corrupted,
Yeah.
was reading that, and it has fucking Mesnos' former real name in it.
Uh-huh.
So after we kicked his ass and you like mage handed the book all the way down, Mesnos was like, well, I should probably rip my fucking shit out of this.
Uh-huh.
And then I was gonna suggest, maybe rip her dad's shit out of that too.
I will let you guys know that Mesnos would have let you know it is an artifact, so it has 2 minor beneficial properties, 1 major detrimental, one minor detrimental, 1 major detrimental. That will only be determined after it has been attuned, and I roll on the table. But Mesnos would have had time to identify it and say that it has 8 charges that get back every dawn. You can use an action to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter with 1 charge. You can create... and these all have a spell DC of 20. Magic Circle requires 1 charge. Magic Jar, 3 charges. Planar Ally, 3 charges. Planar Binding, 2 charges. Plane Shift, it only goes to the Abyssal layers for 3 charges, and then Summon Fiend for 3 charges. And then he would let you know that you can do Abyssal Reference. You can reference the Demonomicon whenever you make an intelligence check to discern information about demons, or a Wisdom save, survival check related to the Abyss. So if you do, you can add double your proficiency bonus to the check. So it can help you guys learn about demons and stuff like that. The Fiendish Scouring. Your magic causes pain to fiends while carrying the book. When you make a damage roll for a spell against a fiend, use the maximum possible roll instead of rolling. Ensnarement. While carrying the book, whenever you cast Magic Circle spell naming only fiends or the Planar Binding spell targeting a fiend, the spell is cast at the 9th level, regardless of what spell slot you used, if any. Additionally, the fiend has disadvantage on the saving throw against the spell. Containment. The first 10 pages of Demonomicon are blank. As an action while holding the book, you can target a fiend that you can see that is trapped within a magic circle. The fiend must succeed a DC 20 Charisma saving throw with disadvantage or become trapped in one of the Demonomicon's empty blank pages, which fills with writing details of the trapped creature widely known name and depravities. Once used, this action can't be used again until the next dawn. When you finish the long rest, if you and the Demonomicon are in the same plane of existence, the trapped creature of the highest challenge rating within the book attempts to possess you. You must make a DC 20 Charisma saving throw. On a failure, you are possessed by the creature, which controls you like a puppet. The possessing creature can release you as an action, appearing in the closest unoccupied space. On a successful save, the fiend can't try to possess you again for another 7 days. When the tome is discovered, it has... Oh, I gotta roll this real quick. So you guys see there's one fiend occupying its pages, some demon. There is... To destroy the Demonomicon, you can do that too. You gotta take it and kind of... So to destroy 6 different demon lords must each tear out 1/6 of the book's pages. If this occurs, the pages reappear after 24 hours. Before those hours pass, anyone who opens the book remaining binding is transported to the nascent layer of the abyss that lies hidden inside the book. At the heart of this deadly semi-sentient domain lays a lost artifact, Fraz Urbulur's staff. If the staff is dragged from the pocket plane, the tome is reduced to a mundane and quite out-of-date copy of the Tome of Zix. That work is the work that serves as the foundation for the Demonomicon. Once the staff emerges, the demon lord Fraz Urbulur knows instantly. Those are the things that Mesnos would have filled you in on if we had, because I know we were running out of time. So, but now that we have some.
Yeah, sounds like a terrible idea. I'm copying my husband here. We're gonna hold on to it, but not attune to it.
How many
If
Fucking
everyone
do
else
it.
agrees.
is Phobator or any of his homies considered fiends or devils?
I don't know. Let me see if you guys would know that. 1 second.
Because I know we've identified some demonic things when dealing with him, and we know that there was aberrations at the big twisty castle place we were just
Yeah,
at.
for the most part, they're aberrations. That's why I'm double checking one thing.
So, without
Gotcha.
attuning to it, can we tell? Without attuning to it, can we tell if the demon trapped in there is my dad?
Oh yes, yeah. So it's a book. Let's see. Hold on. I wonder if you can read it as you have it. 1 second. Let's finish the long run. Okay, so here we go.
I vote we do it because it's crazy.
Discovered.
And fun.
So yeah, it doesn't say attuned to. So yeah, he'd be able to read the and know that it is not your father.
Okay. After that, I'm basically giving Mesnos the look and everybody else the look. Like, powerful? Yes. No. I am against it. If we're putting it to a vote, I am a no.
We know Dabzarin and the Baron are probably fiends, but yeah, we'll just beat the shit out of them if they show up again. That's too many
Well,
downs.
I mean, there was a lot of things in the mansion, and a lot of the things that we've been fighting that are fiends. Like, obviously, the Abyss is getting involved now, so
for sure.
whatever aberrations we've been fighting are getting reinforced by fiends. And if we could just maximum effect, it might be
We
beneficial.
don't know the price. It may make him weak. It may weaken him by half. It could make him dumber. It could make him less wise.
You could just control him like it did Angel Boy.
Yeah, it
True.
could take him over. Like, we won't know what the downside is until he attunes to it. So I say that's a risk we shouldn't take. I think we have everything we need to defeat Phobator as we are.
But we could summon fiends now. I don't know. I don't really.
I don't trust
Seems like a personal choice to me. Whatever you think, Mesnos. Sounds like probably gonna be rough.
Snows.
I don't know if it'll affect anybody's choices, but the demon inside seems to be a pit fiend named Krasgala.
How strong are those again?
Fairly strong.
Like compared to us, strong?
No, comparatively, it's very. As far as demons go, it is nearing the top of the power that they can do. They are vicious creatures that have magic is very hard to use against them. They also can cast Fireball whenever they wish, Wall of Fire 3 times a day, hold monster. They
But
claw into things and use their tail and stuff like that.
but didn't you say that if you and it have a long rest together, that will try to possess you?
Yes, that is the...
That's stupid. That
Yeah, not really. I mean, at the very least, if you are gonna do it tomorrow.
Yes, I agree.
I just want to state for the record,
Right.
this group was wholly in favor of Bloodscale absorbing crazy demon dragon crystals that ended up trapping his dragons. But now we're not okay with bringing a book. It's fine.
Hey.
It's fine. I'm
I do
outvoted.
want to point
I'm
out
just
that
saying,
that
we are
actually turned out to be
wildly
an actual
different.
dragon. Like, that worked out. You could at least pick
This
a
worked out.
situation that didn't work out.
But I'm dumb and Mesnos is not.
I'm just
Does have a
saying,
point.
we're like wildly inconsistent here. Either
When
way,
have we
I
ever
mean,
been
I'm
consistent?
Situation requires different. You can't just have a rule of thumb about everything. That's how you make bigger mistakes than you meant to.
Brother who is fully into reviving all the dragons and having his dream future with all the dragons and the, Dragonborn. Okay, dealing with pit fiends and devils and demons is stupid if we don't have to do it.
Oh,
Nobody has
Uza.
ever benefited from dealing with a devil or demon. And I look
Uza,
at all of
Uza.
us.
Uza.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we tell you about what almost happened to Tuza?
What almost happened to Tuza?
Remember your metal friend?
Oh yeah, the guy that like lived inside me for a
Yeah,
good
almost got to
3
Tuza.
days. Well, that was foolish of him.
Mm.
You know what? With his magical abilities, he probably should have just banished it right off the bat. Probably didn't even think of that, honestly. Bad player.
Hey,
Uh,
try.
God,
Oh,
I miss when you had that mace.
You missed when I had that face?
the
Mace.
Mace.
Oh, the mace. You know, I don't.
All right. Okay. So what else is going on? I know we got all right. The book. It seems like listen, pretty much. I mean, Mesnos, what are you gonna do?
No, if Zephyr doesn't want me to, I don't think I will. Oh, hold on. Baby emergency.
Okay, we'll discuss this.
All right.
When we get our, when we
I
get
mean,
our
it sounds like
stupid
I'm
weird...
the only one in favor. It's fine. I'm outvoted.
Well, how
I
about
don't
this?
I don't really understand what the benefits like. It doesn't seem like the benefits are that great. Like, can you sell me on it? Like, what's the reasoning?
The benefits do seem great. Like, she's a summoning anything you want for the most part. That's ridiculously strong and powerful. The only problem is it's attached by a very thin tether that can break, and then it'll kill you and everybody who's
Where does
summoned
where does it say it's gonna break? Like, I missed that.
I'm just saying, it could.
Summon Fiend is a concentration spell, and if you lose concentration, the Fiend exists, but now it gets to act on its own.
Gotcha. Okay, that seems like a huge risk.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
is that
like,
for the pit fiend or is that just for the general summon?
Well,
things
that's for
in
the general summon, but the Pit Fiend that's captured in it, again, if you take a long rest around the book, it tries to possess whoever's attuned to the book.
Yeah. But like, just on the subject of will it turn against us if we summon it?
Well, we don't even
And
know it
it
would
will.
work really with
Like,
us.
That's why I'm curious, like, as written, like how it would work, because like I don't understand mechanically what's going on here enough to really like. It just seems
Yeah,
like
well, it doesn't, like, the containment option does not say that you can then summon that fiend that you contained.
it says you're gonna put them into the pages of the book, and then you can use, and it also says you
Yeah,
can,
then you can use the normal summon fiend spell to summon it from the book, I believe.
right. So you can't.
Yeah, as
But
long
then
as
it
you-
could still break.
Yeah. All right. So Ty, I guess we're not. Since you're the DM, we'll like you could maybe help clarify some stuff for
Sure.
us.
Yeah.
So if we summon the Pit Fiend, right, is that a concentration spell that could then break and then have the Pit Fiend turn against us?
Yes.
Okay. Is that true of all summoned demons from in with
It's
these
just the
spells?
summon. It's the summon demon spell. There's nothing about it that makes it more or less powerful. It is exactly so as written, which is basically you summon them for an hour. If you lose concentration, they try to kill you. If you know,
And
or
can't
if you piss
disturb
them off. You know,
Well, I'm pretty sure it's they act of their own accord.
yeah. Which most of the time they try to kill you, but it
Yeah.
You
But
can't
yeah.
dismiss them. Is that right?
no, not after the control is broken.
Okay.
They're
Now,
because you could
Planar ally would be a bit better, but then you have to pay them. Like, literally pay them.
Is that right?
Yeah, I have the spell in front of me.
Yeah. I mean, like how much, like what money, or do they like take your money?
Roughly 1,000 gold per hour, or something of equivalency.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. What were the other ones? We can trap a fiend.
I mean, planar bindings, so you can bind them to a plane. Plane shift, but only to layers of the abyss.
Yeah.
Tasha's hideous laughter, which is, I mean, it's Tasha's. When it works, it's nice. But it's kind of low chance.
Okay, so there's
Magic
no...
circle's weird. It's possibly fun, but I don't think it's worth it. The book also would only give him 2 minor beneficial properties and 1 minor and 1 major detrimental properties,
Yeah.
which get rolled. So we don't even know what those would be.
Yeah,
So
it
that's-
doesn't sound like
yeah.
it's giving us any guaranteed value. Am I crazy to say that, or?
No,
no. It's,
no. Like if it goes if it works out great, it works out fucking perfect, and it was the best decision ever. If it even veers slightly off course, it's gonna go fucking sideways and fucking the ass.
And as somebody who knows how often concentration can be broken, I have to vote against.
I have one last question.
Yes.
Okay, but I also have a dumb suggestion when you're done.
oh god.
Well, it's a suggestion slash it's a question slash dumb suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What if we held on to it, gave it to Zephyr's dad?
Well, I
Once the
think
dad shows up and we hand him the book.
Yeah,
We can
like,
summon
hey,
him.
we summon him, give him the book, like, hey man,
We
fucking knock
definitely,
this joint.
well, we definitely won't have the ability to destroy it because we don't have 6 demon lords or whatever around. So
Yeah, only one. Ah, shucks.
Damn.
Well, actually, he needs to
Um,
reclaim his throne before he is, but
can anyone attune to it, or just the demons?
Well, we have a prince of a demon lord now.
Right, but like, do we
no,
have to have
anybody can attune to it.
All right, give it to Gimzek. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was thinking Fendrick. Our
What's that?
stupid little guy with the fucking wand of fucking weird bullshit chants.
We trade in the book for the wand.
That would be something you would do.
That's why I suggested it.
Wait, what happened?
Remember that little halfling gnome? I don't remember. With the wand that helps me and Uza kill the bitch and the beholder, but you guys really didn't believe us. Until he showed up and helped us with a whole bunch of weird shit. And now he's here and he's a teacher in the school.
You want to give him the book?
He knows magic shit. Why not?
I like the dad suggestion more, but I also just kind of think we just hold on to it till the final. I mean, somebody has to hold on to it.
Well, here's the thing.
I would say, you guys know.
We would have to summon. We would have to summon her dad, give him the book,
well,
and then we'd
you-
have to attune to it.
Well, aren't we summoning the dad for the final battle anyway?
yes.
Yeah, but there were no time to attune to the book.
No, I know.
Well,
No,
no, why would there be time? The only reason he's not here now is to not freak out the city of Khirn or the demon lord. We can summon him an hour earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that loses our element of surprise, cockfag.
Whoa.
Why?
We thought we were using a
Like, we
surprise.
just summon him at the same time that we summon the dagger when the thing is blown up anyway. Because we got to take an hour to attune the fucking dagger, so we could take that same hour to have him attune to the book if we wanted to.
I mean, I thought we were going to wait for the final battle and be like, all right, this is either going good or poor. I don't care. Summon him, and now we have an extra person out of nowhere.
All I'm
Complete surprise fighting, but that's fine.
I'm just saying we have the option if we want the option. I'm not saying we have
What's
to
that,
do it now.
Speffer?
I can only really summon him once.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
So-
not like he's here for a certain amount of time, right?
Would I know that?
As long as nobody banished him or anything, like there's no reason like he's not like he is definitely not on a timer or anything.
Okay, he's no, like we could summon him and just keep him around.
I'm just saying we have the option. We don't have to like do it that way. I just wanted to point out that we could if we wanted to.
I kind of like it, and I kind of phrased it to my dad that like we were gonna use him as an element of surprise. So when I do call him, he knows it's gonna be in the middle of a fight. He's
Okay.
gonna be ready to go.
Yeah, that works. Kind of sounds like we found something neat, but not really anything
can-
we can do with it.
Fuck around with it later if we want, but I think right before the main battle is a bad idea.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna.
Look,
Yeah.
Uza,
Yeah.
you don't do anything with this book, but if we win, you could pull a card.
I mean, so first of all, deal. Second of all, I was totally okay with not doing anything with the book. I was just arguing my point. But
But I
sold.
want you to have a little fun.
Can I do it in the middle of the city?
It's a very bad idea.
There's no reason to do.
We
that.
would have to ask the council. It's not our city to judge.
There's
That's
no
fair.
reason to do it in the middle of the city.
Is there
have
anything
to ask the
catastrophic that would happen to the city, not just me?
You could
I don't
summon
know.
an avatar of death,
That would be bad.
and anybody who tries to save you, they'll have their own avatar of death summoned for them.
I could take on an avatar of death.
Just
But could you
one.
take on a city's worth of them?
That's fair.
Well, I mean, we could just cordon off the area, make it a spectacle, charge
There's an
admission.
arena.
We've gone wildly off topic. Let's figure this out later. Is there any other business we need to take care of today? In preparations, any last minute things? Ty, what time is it, by the way?
It's closing in. It's about like 5:30ish.
Well, I mean, we got the dragon situation handled. That was nice.
Dragons, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Alright, do we want to go over the plan one more time? Make sure everyone's on the same page?
We should make
Yeah.
sure that there's no, like, things watching us. Want to go in my tower?
Yeah.
yeah.
The only things
so
that I
back
say
in
can go in the tower can go in the tower, so.
Right, we should check in with the imp while we're in there.
I was gonna
Sounds
say,
good
wasn't
to
the
me.
imp spying on us in the tower?
Our imp?
No, before
Yeah,
he was
first
our
time.
imp. He was in the tower when we found him.
Oh, hey, you know what? It's
We should
getting
do
to
the
be
tent.
dinner- It's getting to be dinner time. Let's just hit the tent, get some food,
Yeah.
and have a nice little meeting. And we should summon the imp, see what he's up to, see if he's got any new intel.
Also, there's a bunch of people going in and out of my tower right now because the rations. So,
I'll have the tent make a new room for us.
we should just use that big room that I was in earlier.
Plus, we can just meet Tuza there too.
I mean, Tuesday's right there.
Hi.
Well, I mean, like at the temple and all that, you know.
Ooh, I should check on that.
He can check in on the temple and all that. Anyway, let's go. I just take off towards the tent.
Perfect. All right. You guys. Good, sorry.
Tuza. I think basically it just Uza's gonna check in with Tuza to make sure he has enough material components for spells like Revivify, Raise Dead. Just diamonds.
Oh yeah. I do have a bit that I get from the city. I gotta go replenish it though, so I'll do that real quick, and I'll meet you guys at the tent.
Fantastic.
Easy peasy. Yeah, he's he's kind of become state funded at this point, so.
Even better.
All right. Okay, and then
Just logistical question, so I
Yeah.
can mark it in inventory. How much gold worth of diamonds is he getting?
he's getting 900.
All right.
All right, no, they give him a 1,000, where the diamonds that because they had a recent influx of diamonds and stuff because of the kobolds. But Tuesday would have told you that the kobold digging and everything has gone really well, and they're actually helped bolster the stock of precious gems, especially once they're spell components. So there you go.
It's fantastic. It's like a Mass Effect when you get told in 3, like, hey, this tiny little decision you made in 1 allows you to have this thing.
Yeah, no, it was
Nice.
basically, yeah, you guys have done a lot of things to reinforce this place, and yeah, that was, there you go, one benefit.
Bada bing.
Tuesday asks before he goes, does anybody else want me to need anything while I'm up there, or you can put in a request?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, just spell stuff, just let me know. All right.
Oh, what time did we have our heroes feast? Are we going to be running the risk of running out of that in the battle tomorrow?
Depends on...
Did we hold off late enough?
It was pretty late. It was like, because with the fight and everything, let's just call it like 4:30ish.
Okay, cool. Fantastic.
So I would make it actually closer to 6:30 now. So.
Okay, cool. So we have to win the war by 4 o'clock tomorrow.
All right, sounds doable.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Tuesday, you want to just grab one of those mugs while you're up there?
No, yeah, definitely. And he, you see me, he goes to write it down, realizes it's one thing, and just nods his head and puts his note things back away. And then he takes off flying to go pick up some spell supplies. All right. Anybody else doing anything? Perfect. Well, in that case, you guys find yourself at the tent. You're greeted with the butler, so you find
Hey,
meal.
Butler, we need a war rooms ready, and everyone's going to need to have their most favorite dish made. Just and for me, the most fantastical thing you can picture me enjoying. Yeah.
Didn't we literally
time to
finish
plan.
dinner 20 minutes ago?
Yeah,
I don't care.
absolutely.
Fair enough.
Sir. He's
Man knows what he likes.
Listen, when you're enchanted to remain as beautiful as hell, you don't really care how much you wear.
Oh, that's fair.
My metabolism's out of control.
It's literally magically controlled to just keep you whatever the weight is, no matter what you eat. And that's whatever you want it to look like, so bonus points. All right, so the butler pulls together this room. It is a giant... like big rounded table with a map of Khirn already assembled and put on the middle of it. There's it has like each little stations all with a glass, something to drink, which is custom to each of your characters' specific tastes. And there's notepads and pens all the way around. You know they'll disappear if you take them out, but you get the idea that if anything you write here, it'll be saved for the next time you come into this room until the room is deleted. There's, high-backed comfy chairs, the kind of lights all around. And then there is like this big kind of blank space on the wall. And Uza, you're looking at it, you realize it's kind of a larger version of your map, your infinite map, where you can rotate it and it'll scroll by. So you can make a large plan and then kind of scroll through it.
Oh, Minority Report.
God, yeah. Didn't think of it that way until, but yeah, that's exactly it. Oh man. Okay. And then,
I'm just
so you
gonna
guys
scroll
are
to an area that's just like all black ink and just be like, all right, so this is our current real-time view of outside. An aerial view.
All right. Well done.
It's so accurate.
Right? The Erie hasn't invented thermal imagery.
Okay. So, where do we start with all this?
It's a good question.
All right. So,
We're
the
down
final.
gauntlet. How do we
What's-
do that?
What's that?
First, we gotta throw down the gauntlet. How are we doing that?
Well-
summoning the dagger, and then pretty sure everybody will figure out that we've done that, and they will head to us.
And absolutely. So, alright, do we want to summon the dagger up by the Zealer Akeem or in the city? Which do you think is safer?
Uh,
Well, there's only a few ways into the city,
True.
and they would all end up going through the city.
True.
If we did,
Hello?
last
Hello?
time,
Hello?
hi,
There you are.
you're back. Last time we went up near the Zealer Akeem, we had to fight some stuff, and things were weird, and our monk friend is like up there, like meditating, but kind of frozen. It's weird.
I think
Yeah.
we should stay away from the Zealer Akeem. We don't want a fight breaking out right next to it. That's what's protecting everyone else.
Yeah, let's not get it damaged.
Well, yeah, well, I guess I'm just. If we ever figured out why the Zealer Akeem are able to protect things the way they do.
Is there
Yeah, it's
remnants of the Morphe?
more
Oh, it
freight
was a
brain.
More of his brain. Right.
Yeah, we're like in a skull or a brain cavity, and
Okay.
that bit is remnants from a Morphe brain, and it's outside of Phobator's power.
So is there any chance if we summon the dagger, like if it keeps out Phobator, the only thing that I'm thinking is that if we have the dagger, if we summon the dagger by the Zealer Akeem, it might keep him out long enough for us to attune to it. Or at least whoever's attuning to it, while the rest of us can go with the battle, like deal with the incoming forces in the
It
rest.
doesn't like keep him out. So far, all we know is that it protects him from invading your dreams.
Right. Just a clarification on the kobolds and the lower levels thing. Didn't we have a radius down there where things were working still from the Zealer Akeem, like they had like a field?
Yeah, but
It was more they were just close enough to them, and then there was a certain depth where it was too far away and too blocked by.
Right,
The
like
world.
a field. Yeah, like a field emanating from the crystals of the Zealer Akeem that held out the purple and all of the signs of Phobator and his madness.
Yeah, but I'm
But
trying
you would know from the invasion of the body swappers that it doesn't keep the agents themselves out. It just keeps your mind safe from the effects of
Yeah.
the Shadowfell and from
Yeah, I'm sure if
your dreams turning
Phobator
into
wanted to
nightmare.
show up in the town, he could just do that.
I want to
Yeah.
check on this because it's a little bit of a sensitive thing now. But should we go check on fucking our giant friend, or is that a bad idea? Okay. Just wanted to make sure if you had something that we got it in, but if you don't, I'm not gonna. All right.
Nope.
No, he's just up
good,
there.
good question. Good question, though.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
Appreciate it.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that makes sense then. Seems like we could summon the dagger anywhere and be and have more or less the same effect then.
So I have a dumb question.
Yeah.
So when we were up top in the graveyard and I was shooting the egg light beam at things,
Mhm.
it was cutting through the darkness, right? Like fully.
Yep.
What do you think that means?
Well, I'm more wondering. I'm not sure it'd be smart for me to take it with us.
The egg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did the dragons have any clue on like if the egg is coming along or if it's gonna hatch soon or anything?
I was gonna ask them this evening. I see you, Ty. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not saying anything. I didn't
He
do.
literally didn't say anything.
Oh, I saw his head shaking.
Oh, no,
little
sorry.
banner.
Classic DM stuff. I'll stop.
No, I was thinking because the school is pretty far in the back and pretty well protected, if I'm remembering correctly.
Mhm.
And my tower's right there.
Mm.
And if the egg cuts through the darkness really well, let's say Khirn is having troubles and it starts actually encroaching inside of Khirn. The school in that tower with the light of that egg could be a very good fallback point.
Sure, like a kind of lighthouse.
Yeah.
And who knows if the egg does hatch? Maybe whatever pops out can help whoever's backed up there anyway.
I mean, that'd be sweet. I just don't think it's smart for me to take an egg that absorbs a metric fuck ton of energy.
Well, I mean, who knows? Like, Phobator does put off energy. I'm just not sure if it would corrupt or not. If you do leave it behind, who do you trust with it?
Well, I'm just saying as Alcaeus probably, but I'm just saying if it takes a direct shot from Phobator, that might corrupt it instantly.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
break
who
it.
knows? That's what I'm saying is the X factor for sure.
I
Alright,
just-
so
But
Does
if
that
it's in the tower and we can kind of get the light as a beacon,
I mean, this sounds like we should do this and then maybe summon the dagger underneath it as the beacon. You know, that seems like a very safe fall. We'd be set up at a deep fallback point in case anything could try and come get the dagger. We'd have the protection of both the Zealer Rakim and whatever the weird light from the egg is doing. I mean, it sounds about like the best we're gonna get.
I mean, it's a very defensible point.
Okay, so at 8, we at least know where we're going to summon the dagger now. And then, Uza, I believe you're the guinea pig for this whole thing. You're gonna attune to it?
I believe Mike's mic
We not
is...
have Mike. Oh, no.
They're
Uh-oh.
screaming at his microphone.
Mike's
Oh,
Mike
no.
strikes again.
Zephyr.
There it is.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, welcome back.
That explains why nobody was listening to my feedback.
Sorry.
Well, say it now or forever hold your peace.
I mean, I
Just like at
originally
the
was
wedding.
planning on doing it in the Temple of Akkadi, but if we want to do it at the school near the light, that's fine. I think that's fine too.
Well, I do
Is
have enough
there-
time that I could move the tower. Is the Temple of Akkadi in a nice defensible spot as well?
Well, honestly, I'd rather have it defending the school. The light, that is.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
temple, while important, is, I mean, Tuza can summon it anywhere.
That's true.
I'll tell Lee to fall back to the school in case the temple is compromised, and I think I'm gonna have 2 members of the flight stay back with me here. That way, I've got an escort back to the front line or wherever you guys are after the attunement's complete.
That makes sense. If we could, maybe we can get somebody who can get some sort of teleportation or dimension door, so you can get to us as fast as possible. We could even maybe set up a chain.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty fast. I'd rather save magic.
Not our magic, just like, you know.
Well, they might need their magic for the actual defense.
It's a fairly low level spell, is all I'm throwing out there.
Ty, how long would it take me at full speed to get across the city?
So the city itself is like 15 miles, so a bit. But luckily the Akkadi's temple ended up being kind of closer to where the palace is, because that's where most of the rest of the other temples are. So between those two, let me take a look. Think here. I didn't have it here. So that would be here, and then the school is over in kind of the market district, so that would take. And your top speed. What's your top speed again?
150 feet.
150. Okay. I'd say you could probably make it there in about 5 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's nothing catastrophic. You're pretty quick, and yeah.
All right. Fair enough then. Thought it was farther. My bad.
No, because
I
like
can get there at
the marketing
363 rounds.
so the marketing district is relatively close to the King district because of all of the it's basically almost a class thing almost, because more convenient shopping for the more rich neighborhoods, and it also all of the guild masters have time to easily go to meetings and things like that, so it kind of ended up there.
Great. All right, so you summon the dagger. That takes an hour. We're on the front lines trying to figure out, to fight whoever shows up in response. We're pretty sure that there's like a weird flying house monster coming here. Possibly in the shape of a dragon, though that's no longer confirmed since the islet turned out to be something else, right?
Well, we're pretty sure it's going to be a dragon because he was like, the last age ended in dragons, and this one will begin in them.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough. Alright.
he had some weird hard on for dragons.
I think he's gonna lose that by the end of this. Alright. Great. Alright, so Uza summons the dagger. He comes and meets us on the front line. When he's done.
Or wherever we're, like, we might not be on the front line.
True. I guess that's a question. Where do we go during this hour? I assume, like, we should all stick together, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I think Phobator is going to realize his thing's gone,
Yeah.
and he's
absolutely.
gonna go all in on this, knowing that we've got our end of shit if he doesn't already.
Right.
And like, if he shows up by himself in the middle of the city, he's gonna have a hard time, even if he's a god. But if he gets his army to go full head on, storm the gates,
Mhm.
he can take the city in leisure. But I personally I think the gates are going to be the main issue, and possibly the docks.
Hey, the docks. We did have an issue with them coming up from the deep. Didn't we do anything to shore up the docks? I thought we had something.
Oh, we broke a bunch of rocks in the docks.
Rocks in the docks. All right.
Yes, yeah. You guys did cave in the lower with the sinking of the Thermocrates. It broke up the bottom of the inlet, and then you guys had given instructions for them to kind of blow up and collapse down the upper tunnels as well. So it is temporarily rocked off.
Okay. All right. So we should sab some sort of signal for the city to let our generals and everyone know when we've begun the dagger summoning. Some sort of bell ring or thing like that. That seems pretty easy to set up.
Mesnos raises his hand because he has a bunch of names in his book of people he can just send messages to instantly.
Perfect.
Oh, if we mental link to each other too, I'll be able to know exactly where you guys are at when the attunement's done, and you guys will know when I'm on my way.
Great.
I mean, we should still probably have the bells just cuz, but you know.
All right.
The
So
bells?
yeah, just so the general city knows that there's a threat of an attack.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought we were talking about communication with each other.
No, I mean, it's a good point. No, it's good to remember that for sure. Okay, so the dagger shows up. Then what happens? Uza comes, he gathers, he gets to us, we're all ready to fight. We then cut down to the magical plane, is that right?
Yeah, I'll cut open, I'll get with you guys. Did Ty remind me, was there only so many people that can go, or there was some kind of limiter on who was going, right?
For what is it? Sorry.
Cutting into the ley line?
No, there's no limit. It's just it's going to
Does a lot of
be
damage.
it's going to do a lot of damage, and that's something to consider. You guys, as many as you want can go. Just it's gonna
It's gonna hurt.
it's gonna
So
hurt.
you go in there, and then using the daggers, separate him from his divinity. Is that the right?
No, we
it's-
have to cut the ley line,
Cut the ley line.
and then we come back, and then we time stop his ass, and then I cut the god flesh out of him, and then we shit stomp the little kid.
One thing, the god flesh can be cut out by anything once you just something that can interact with magical ley lines. So it can be a lot of your different weapons. It doesn't necessarily have to be just those.
So it has to be a magical weapon. It's just we have to use the daggers to cut the ley lines. After that, we can hack out the god flesh either way.
So in time stop, we can all stomp the kid. Is that right?
Well, we have to cut out the
That's
god flesh, and then we have to move him to a plane that isn't like the dream plane or whatever.
Oh yeah, we
Right.
kick him through a portal into. Oh, that's
Right.
what we hadn't decided yet.
So
Where we
the
were kicking
thought
him.
is, after we cut the ley line, then we cut a portal straight to where he is, most likely deep in some dream realm, and then we fight him in the. We time stop, cut out the god flesh while he's in the dream realm, then cut a portal to kick him into a regular plane where he has a lot less power, then beat his ass.
Yes.
Okay.
But we have to figure out what plane we're gonna kick him into too.
I'd say the Fey realm. I bet you they want a piece of him.
Well,
If we-
again, that depends on who's winning that civil war.
Right, but I mean, like, if we coordinate with my dear old ancestor and set
Well,
up
we
to
should
land with
message
him.
We should message him some way and figure that out.
Absolutely.
Tusa can have sending ready tomorrow, but he doesn't know anybody in the Feywild.
I have wish for today. I could commune with him tonight. It would burn a wish, but it would set us up for success here if we want to coordinate with him.
That's a high level sending spell.
Well, I mean, it would be a level 8.
Wait, did Tusa see the key? Who saw the Khirn when Zephyr summoned it that one time?
You guys were
Me.
out in the it wasn't well, not
Yes.
Tuesday.
Does Alcaeus know anybody there?
You can ask him.
I'll send a message through the bottle.
Okay.
What if we just summon the Khirn and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Last time we did that, she told us that it was getting rough and that only do that if it was really horribly necessary. So we might want to save that trump card for fighting.
Wait, what? I mean, no, I'll have wish ready again tomorrow.
Like getting... Sorry, Zephyr, I'm not saying risk its life. I'm saying, like, if a couple of us fall over and we can retreat,
Ooh.
it might be worth it calling the Khirn to see if the Khirn can bring some of us back.
Question, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't answer me.
Question, Ty.
Yes.
It's getting a little funky with the sending spell here. Okay.
Sure.
So, the spell says you can send it to a creature with which you are familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say that one you have to know. And then if the creature hears a message in a mind, it recognizes you as a sender, and if it knows you, it can answer in a like manner immediately. Now,
Yeah.
Tusa can get a very specific description
Yep.
from Viser about his grandfather.
He can get a
Absolutely.
fucking minor image of what his grandfather looks like.
Yep.
So Tusa might be able to send it to him then, and then here Sam knows Uza, and Uza is Tusa because Tusa is Uza.
Mm-hmm.
So he would recognize the voice, know the person who's sending it, because we're basically the same soul memories.
Mm-hmm.
He
Oh, they
might
don't-
theoretically be able to respond.
And even then, they don't have to recognize it to respond. They can choose to respond, but it's basically saying you can't really disguise your voice, like when using the sending spell. You can't be like, "This is Tommy," and like it's like sort of thing. But yes, yeah, no, you guys could definitely do it.
Oh,
that way.
I see.
Not a
I read
problem.
that wrong.
No mimicry.
Yeah, no mimicry will go
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the sending spell, and then so
Okay.
yeah. That's as always with contacting another plane, 5% chance that it doesn't arrive, but we'll roll for that if that's what you guys choose to do.
I mean, we can always just do it twice. It's only a third level.
Plus, who knows?
But-
Alcaeus might know somebody or have a better way.
I don't think
There's
he
some-
has that prepared for today. It might be a tomorrow morning thing.
Hirsim didn't give us some way to contact him that we're forgetting, did he?
Let me double check.
He basically said he could check in on us whenever the fuck he wants to. So
Yeah.
it really
Uh,
depends whether he's
you
checking
notice-
in on.
It's at that moment you see Faf kind of like like reappears on your shoulder, shaking off sleep, like, I can do that. Sorry, what message did you want to send?
Shit, that's convenient.
Lord of mercy, I forgot Faf the freaking Fey Dragon, guys. He can do this. He can
No,
do
remember
it.
I was spying on you for a long time. This is easy.
Oh, he's actually, I forget about this because, we're just good pals and everything. Faf's actually works for Hirsim, so
Shit,
That's a spy?
you guys.
That's
but
a
it's-
spy.
he's a
Yeah.
guardian angel, alright? He's not a spy.
You know
Yeah.
what? Why is Maverick the only pet that didn't used to work for the enemy?
First of all-
Hirsam is not the enemy. He isn't
Mesnos is like, I am not a pet.
You were.
No, I wasn't.
Well,
His vessel
again,
was,
I
he
cannot
wasn't.
stress this enough. Not
gonna-
a spy, not
gonna
an
look-
enemy.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
no,
look
I
at a
was-
little
I was
photo
having
of
some fun,
Mesnos
Meister.
as a rat
Would
in
you
a
just-
tuxedo.
Fab, would you let Would you let Hirsam know we're planning a final sort of confrontation with Phobator and could use a chat with him for planning?
Can you also ask him how the Civil War over there is going?
Yeah, we can get that when he gets here.
Well, if he gets here, he might just send a message back.
Ask him how my buddy's paintings are going. I know he was getting really into that.
Okay, yeah, I can do all that. By
Alright,
the way,
thank you, Fab.
they don't know. Anybody who speaks Draconic is the only people who can understand Faf. And he's like, oh, by the way, I figured out how to cast Polymorph by myself, so that's fun. And you can see his skills.
Alright.
His scales have started to have this kind of like violet tint to them. It's kind of like moving over the cross of him as he's maturing.
Bloodscale just
Alright.
shoots him a thumbs up.
Tiny little thumbs up back.
Watch out, he's gonna suck you into that axe.
Guys, he can cast
You know, I thought
polymorph
about
now.
that once, but I was going to do it to his large brother.
Oh yeah, we should have killed him. I'm kidding.
Yeah, why didn't we? Oh, I can't understand him.
Yes.
We
He
didn't
said
have
why
time.
we should have killed him, and then but we
Oh, yeah,
instead
why didn't we?
because we horribly shamed him and embarrassed him instead, and thought that was funnier.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got
He definitely would have preferred to die instead of that. So
Yeah.
We gave him-
Also, if I sucked him into the axe, he wouldn't have been dead. He would have been in my head, and that could be bad.
that seems like it would be
Yeah, I
a-
would never let any bad things in there.
Well, no, I wonder how regular dragons would react to these fairy dragons, because they're technically two different types of creatures. I don't even know if it would have worked.
Oh.
Alright, thank you, Faf.
I also wanted to try out that big fucking turtle, but it was so nice and it had the babies and
That's true.
Oh, the
I
dragon
know.
turtle.
yeah, I didn't want to be a dick.
This time?
Sorry.
Alright, so we're gonna get Hirsam in on this meeting. Is there anyone else we want to try and like get in on this? Maybe should we bring Alcaeus in and some of our like city folk?
I could call my brother. He's kind of the pseudo captain of the guard now.
That's good. That's good.
At least with
That's
the, with the
still call
flight.
a lot of people with the book.
Yeah.
Basically every commander that we've talked to.
Yep.
Maybe we should just have a
Kai was keeping
general
a list of who the book had.
give me 1 second.
general leadership meeting, a war council, if you will.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
orcs, the dwarves, the hobgoblins.
Yeah, and that like the higher ups of each of the individual parties that we're defending were pretty much who Mesnos would have gotten for the book, and then probably Alcaeus and our goblin spy master friend, whose name I forget right now.
Rashildolin.
Yeah,
There you go.
Rash.
Good old Rash.
Did Scraw All ever get put in there? Can't remember
not
if
yet.
he got.
He hasn't.
No.
Skrull hasn't really interacted with Mesnos at all yet.
Okay.
And
well, I
it's
could
only
send-
6 names, so he would have had like Alcaeus and no, he wouldn't have had Alcaeus because we have the bottle. So Rash, and then 5 leaders of whatever. And when he wrote those down, you were leader of the flight still, so
Well, technically, I am.
you know
Still.
what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh no, and he had one spot saved for Zephyr just in case because it's adorable.
Oh yeah, of course.
So,
Sorry, I'm trying to find something here. Good. Sorry.
Emperor. Who's the leader of the dwarven group right now?
Dwarves. Let me pull 'em up. That's going to be Bardrin Bristlechin.
So the Flaming Emperor, Bristlechin.
Good old
Shit,
Bardrin.
I'm drawing a blank of.
Whoever's leading the cadre of orcs before,
Yep, orcs.
like right under,
Hulu.
yeah, right under Ulu, the second in command.
So that's second in command is Birak and Urzoth. Urzoth being the primary connection because Hulu liked her better.
Yeah.
Probably Gimzik,
Gimzik, not a bad one.
and Skrull. That would be 5, right?
There's
Orc, Gimzik, Skrull.
And make sure we got our order of operations here.
we can send Maverick out to grab the paladins we know and Dracoria again.
We also never determined. Well, I guess once here Sam gets back, but like, if things are going all right in the Fey realm, do we feel good about dropping Phobator off there at the end of the fight, or after we take out the Godflash and all that?
If they're fine with it.
Okay.
If they're not fine with it, no.
Right. Well, and do we think that the influence of the Zealer Akeem is needed for the final fight, or by the time he's separated from his Godflesh, do you think it'll be all right?
I think the Zealer Akeem's mostly just protecting our sleep,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
the calcified brain of an ancient being. I have no idea how it's.
We also
Phobator's
we
power.
don't want to kill him here, because then there's a possibility of his memory and/or soul being transferred into the Zealer Akeem.
Mm-hmm.
Do we
living
want to
on.
kill him? Can we trap him in the Fey realm, or is that like a bad idea?
That's a bad idea. We need to. He's been, if I remember correctly, he's been banished before and came back and just did the same shit.
Well, if we're gonna kill him, where can we kill him? I guess.
What plane is he originally from?
The material.
Okay.
The axe. You see the gem associated with Shenoth start to blink.
I'll just open my mouth and I will let him speak.
There is a desert scar already on this world.
Oh, the pyramid.
Oh.
We can fight him at the pyramid. In the middle of the desert scar. I mean,
seems-
it's a known landmark, so we'll be able to find it with the crest. And yeah, that seems like
That
it'd
seems.
be...
Yeah, it seems climactic as fuck. I like it.
All right. All right. So we blink down, go cut the ley lines, get back to cut hole to wherever Phobator is, freeze time, cut out his godflesh, open a portal to the pyramid in the desert scar, kick him out there for the final battle, kill him, and then go back to Khirn to see how things are doing here. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah?
All right. We've got
Sounds
a
like-
battle plan.
You guys
Well,
wanna
we
write
know
it
what
down?
we're doing, at the very least. What's that?
Do you want to write it down? I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
a handout so you guys can write down your final battle plan. And that's gonna be in all players'
did it work
journals, all players editing.
Wait, you did
save.
what with the handout time? Sorry.
I'm making
one.
making one so you guys
I
can type out exactly what you want, so that way you guys don't have to. That way you guys can easily remember it.
What was the name of the orc again? Who's
Urzoth. Urzoth.
okay?
At that point, the bottle. And the note from Alcaeus just goes, I know a little green man named Squilliac who owes me a favor or two.
What did we ask him again?
Hey, that guy. If he knew anybody connected to the Feywild, wasn't that shitty leprechaun dude who was
Yeah.
announcing the games and smartass the whole time?
Yeah!
Well, I mean, we already solved that problem at least, so we got that.
That's true.
We're too fast for him. Is anyone editing the final battle plan, or should I do it? Who's
You do it, fam.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I'll pop a note back. Because that was Alcaeus, it says Greyliac,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll just pop
Sorry,
a
I
note
gave
back.
him a
Go.
dwarvish accent for no reason, but I apologize.
No, it's okay. I'm popping a note back. Says, You may need to call that in if shit gets hairy.
You should tell him to come down here.
And come to the tent. We're doing battle plan.
Perfect. It's
Grab Rash if you have a way of getting a hold of him. Then I'll pop it in the bottle.
excellent. All right. Perfect. And a short while later, he shows up. Good, sorry. Unless there's...
Well, I was gonna say Mesnos will start sending messages to the leaders he has in his book.
Perfect.
And Maverick will go fetch Scrawl.
Can he fetch Tricoria again too?
Don't make a handout here for myself.
Sure. I don't.
He
know
did
the
it once
name.
already for us.
Who was that again?
The lady Dragonborn that was here when I did the
Oh
whole.
yeah.
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 I mean, she's technically in charge of the clan right now, so I mean, she's a leader too.
Do we
I
want
mean, there's one
the-
spot open.
Do we want the kobolds?
Feel like if we throw them at something, we're just throwing cannon fodder.
Yeah. Trying not to get the kobolds murdered.
Yeah, Bloodscale needs his cult following.
Well, Brock needs his cult following.
Aren't you Rock now?
No, but Rock is me.
Ah.
What? Never mind. All right, excellent. So we've got Skra'al, Decoria, Urzoth, Alcaeus, Bardrum Bristlechin, Rash. Anybody else you guys wanted? You mentioned. Did you want? Good. Sorry.
The Emperor,
The Emperor.
the Hobgoblin, the
Oh, perfect.
Emperor Reborn. I forget his name. The Flame Knight.
Flame Knight, you got it.
He's for sure in the book.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just want to double check something as I'm writing this down. We figured out where his god flesh was, right?
No, we have to figure that out while we're cutting him.
On the fly.
Thought we had a hint on that.
I think Tuza's going to use Detect Magic.
I mean, I could do that.
I mean, we could just have a bunch of people do it.
Yeah, sense divinity or whatever would also probably work, right? Something like that.
Is that a thing?
Detect good and evil kind of does that, doesn't it?
Not
Eh.
really. Detect Evil and Good lets you know if there's an aberration, celestial fee,
Does it?
Fee. fey, fiend, elemental, or undead within 30 feet.
Right, I thought there was something that had a celestial component.
I mean, it's celestials in here, but it just lets you know if there is one.
Yeah, it's just an
And where-
overall thing. Like, yes!
Gotcha,
And-
gotcha.
and
Which-
tell you specifics.
If you're popping up as fey and he's popping up as an aberration, then the entirety of Fovator is probably gonna pop up as a celestial.
How are we gonna identify?
Actually,
the
now
god?
that
We need to figure that out. Yeah.
now that he's not all weird and being used, do I still pop up as aberration?
I don't know. I don't have that spell. Oh shit! I do have that spell. I want to use it.
Okay, I was
just
just
kidding.
asking.
I'll
Don't
cast
have
it.
to.
No,
Ah.
too late. It can't.
Yes, it is. He's still showing up as an aberration.
Yep, you're still showing up as an aberration.
Cool. Weird. Cool.
Hey, what are doppelgangers? Are they aberrations?
Hi.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah.
know?
Sorry, are you asking me?
I'm asking anyone. Does anybody know?
I don't. Out of character, I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think they're just a monstrosity shape changer. I don't think they have anything.
King Doctopopoulos. 1 second.
I mean, technically, if you're playing as a shape changer, you are a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Monstrosity.
Okay, so
I know.
it doesn't pop up on the scale, but that means Vicer and Bloodscale are good. Are the two Tiefling kids popping up as fiends?
2 tiefling kids.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
not Mez.
Oh, sorry. I was, thinking,
Zephyr and Mesno.
I was like, children, what?
Those
Yeah, Mom.
kids in there.
Mesnos is more like there's definitely a tiny little bit of ping of Fiend in Zephyr, much more in Mesnos. But yeah, they both
Mesnos is a glowing beacon of fuck.
It's
Ah, my
fucking-
eyes.
yeah,
The goggles
actually,
do
his
nothing.
his fiendishness is actually a little more powerful than last you saw it.
Okay.
Weird.
So,
So, Skrael, Dracoria, Urzoth, Alcaeus, Bardrum, Bisseltrin, Rashildolin, Vreeze the Bloody Butcher. Anybody else?
Okay, so Bristlechin, Skrull, Rash, Reese, Urzoth, Decoria.
and
Right.
is here Sam coming?
Haven't heard back from Hirsam yet. Hirsam, if you can get it.
Gotcha.
Well, can he go in the book?
He'd have to write his own name in the book.
Well, do we have enough? How many names can go in the book?
Total of 6.
Because that's already 6.
Why
Yeah,
are we
no, I'm
having-
sorry. This is just specifically for the meeting that's coming up. Then we'll.
Oh, who you're summoning here? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who you guys want to talk to for this? So.
Is everybody good with that list for going into the book to talk to?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Because the book already has the Bloody Butcher. Should already have Rash and Bardrin
Mhm.
and Urzoth.
Right.
There is a spot taken by Zephyr because he wants to be able to be in contact with Zephyr no matter what.
Mhm.
So there's technically one spot open.
Which would be Skrull that you guys were talking about, correct?
And
Well,
either
okay.
Skrull or Dracoria.
So
Skrull L could probably get messages around faster than Dracoria could.
I'm going to
so it
ask the
makes
main
sense.
question here. Rash doesn't want to fight. Is he going to be contributing in a real manner to get this word out, or to be
well,
put into the book?
I think we should consider replacing his name and putting in Hearsam's, because if we can have somebody who can directly talk, a way to directly talk with the Fey Realm, that might be able to.
Well, we have
Make-
the one open spot. We can still technically do Hearsome instead if he shows up.
Well, can't Faf talk to him?
He hasn't responded yet, but I mean technically.
We're seeing already how long it takes, right? That's all
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Well,
Well, he might be busy. He might be dead. Who knows?
Who knows?
okay, so I think we need to at least have the leaders of the major groups in here. The
Yeah.
flight is responsible
Yeah.
for any air power and quick
Well-
reaction force.
Well, and what I'm saying is if we put Skrull in there and we need him to give a message to somebody else, they're quick. They're flying.
Right.
We don't need Dracoria. He should be enough.
I don't remember who Dracoria. Who's Dracoria again?
Bloodscale's clan.
Yeah. Clan
Okay.
leader.
If Rash wants out of the book, he can get out of the book, but at the same time, having a guy who knows all the secret tunnels and entrances around the city, who can, if shit's going bad, coordinate a retreat or something like that,
No,
might not
that's
be
a
the
good
worst
point.
idea. So even if he's not fighting, he would still actually be useful.
So, Mesnos, here's a question for you. I know you have a soft spot for your wife, but it's
Yes.
not like you're going to be more than 30 feet apart from her anyway.
No. That is
Because you have 2+ to your armor class if you're within 30 feet. Just a friendly reminder.
Well, are you suggesting that I rely on Rory's telepathic bond and put someone else's name in here, I assume?
I mean, yeah, or just
Also-
shouting distance.
During the fight itself, we should have a telepathic bond up through Zarek, so you shouldn't be missing any out on it.
Temporarily, I'm okay with that, but I will be replacing it afterwards.
I think that's more than fair.
Absolutely.
It's at
Also,
this point, you see,
Technically, Zephyr has to erase her name.
as you guys are talking about this, you see Faf just like reappear and then just start violently like retching, like cat hairball style, and then just
Oh, back it up.
And as he does, this gout of flame pops out, and then you see the form of Elofir, the
That's the purple guy.
Furbolg. Yeah, exactly. The Furbolg companion of Hirsam appear in just this blaze of fire as he's. well, that was something else. Hi.
I didn't expect that. I'll give you that. How
it's
you
Crazy.
doing?
How's the
Well,
painting
it-
going?
Yeah, the paintings are going amazingly. The battle scenes, especially.
Oh,
Hello. Ah, sorry. There's
All right. Give us an
what can I-
update.
The fighting goes well. We have lost a few, but not as much as others. We have taken a lot of ground back. The fire has kept our home safe, which is good. The Sealy are winning against this combination of unseelie and unseemly, as we have called it. There is. There are. Oh wait, I forgot. He had an accent. That's right. Sorry, guys. Right, there are a lot of things that are quite interesting at this point. What do you want to know exactly? The war is still being fought, but we are on the winning edges of it.
well, that's good.
We need to coordinate with you. Tomorrow, we are planning our final attack on Phobator.
Well, tomorrow our time, because your time is weird.
Yeah.
Excellent. This is welcome news. So maybe the Unseelie Queen is no idle enemy, and her losing an ally would definitely shift things back to a more neutral position. The Feywild could return to the balance it once knew. Not exactly
Thank you.
peace, but a balance.
Right.
So the Shadowfell, the darkness, that's all hitting you guys too then?
Yes and no. The night side of the Feywild is welcomed it and they are trying to merge it, but they will. Unlike here, apparently they will not let them plant these death seedlings. They are trying to work to corrupt the trees that are already there, who are far more person than quite a few people I've met on this plane. I'm kidding. It is my first time here. It feels strange here. It is far colder and duller than I was expecting.
To be fair, it's not great here right now. It's usually much better.
This is good. Yeah, no sky thing is a little freaky.
Oh, we're in a mountain.
A mountain. That makes a little more sense. So,
I mean,
Some mountain
technically,
that was a skull.
yeah. I mean, technically, we're inside Morphei's brain bucket.
the Morphe who gave up themselves to become the material plane. Interesting. I did not know there
Yeah.
was such a clear stain on this realm. I mean, not stain. Remnant.
I mean, you can call it what you want. It's actually been saving our ass. So
That's been very good, yeah.
I just could not think of another word.
Fair enough.
Mark?
That is one. Remnant, I suppose. I don't know.
Right.
Haint, but that also sounds bad.
Exactly.
Good mark.
See, it's a coffee ring. No, that is also bad.
All right. So if we were to call upon the Fey realm, the Sealy for backup, for any sort of military aid, would you be able to render it?
It'd be a smaller force that was not currently occupied in the fight, so as long as we are not ourselves being attacked at that exact moment, there should be. You was just to try to put aside a cadre to be ready, similar to the. Well, you met them before. Do you remember the Star Knight?
Absolutely.
Yes, I believe we could definitely have the Star Knight, the new Green Knight, and possibly a few others, depending on how things are going at that
Oh,
time.
that'd be really beneficial because I think the Star Knight, she's really good at banishing people, right? For like an annoying amount of time.
This is true, yeah, very annoying. Calling herself the Star Catcher because she catches you and then you are stuck.
That sounds like it'll be a big payoff.
I think. Zephyr, you want to check in on your friend while we have somebody from the Feywild here?
The Khirn, yes.
Yes.
Khirn, unfortunately, their home was discovered and they had to weather an attack. We have moved them closer to the Dawn side of things. They are definitely not within the court, for they do not wish to be confined in any way, shape, or form, and not they are trying to ride the border of the issue, trying not to become one or either side, but merely live through it. And with the Unseelie attacking them, they were kind of forced to move, trying to find a neutral place, the place where Hirsam used to enjoy living, where, as now we are allies with the Seelie, it is a far less comfortable place, which we hope to get out of soon, for it is easier to be a fool than being hero.
But the Khirn is okay?
The Khirn is okay, yes, yeah. No, they are powerful creatures, and we have tried to keep them safe as well. Hirsam is not unpowerful, as it is.
Well, that's good that they're doing okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry I do not have better news for you, or that I couldn't. Hirsam regrets he could not be here himself, but he is currently in meetings with his mother. I mean, the Seelie Queen.
Well, the fact that you guys are doing so well, honestly, is a relief.
That's welcome news for sure.
It is interesting. The very allyship that brought him to our realm is the one forbidding him from taking the extra steps he wishes. So we have been lucky in that. The Unseelie Queen can find allies, but she is no fool, and has no tolerance for them. Let me tell you.
How?
Especially now.
Just a technical question, I guess. How can we get in touch with this cadre if we need them?
What do you mean?
You said that we could have that there could be like a standby cadre.
Oh
of
yes,
allies.
no.
How do we contact them?
Merely have Fef contact us, and we will send them immediately.
Right. If you had to guess, how long do you think that would take?
They are fairly adept at planar travel with the Starcatcher, so I would believe it would not take very long.
All right.
Do we want to see about having them shore up Khirn? Do we want to save them as a oh shit button?
I was thinking if we need backup at the pyramid, they might be a good way to get us some time.
The one
I
thing
think
would
that's
say
just
is-
going to be
Because
us and
they
the
Well,
man.
because they can travel to any plane, we could even maybe use them when we get the time stop. I know they could, or even to get the ley line. Like we just have some extra firepower anywhere we need it.
I don't think they can get to the ley line because that's the whole reason we need the 2 daggers.
Yeah, it's kind of extra planar, so it's not
Gotcha.
something normal planar travel can go to.
Okay.
I would vote that they're a oh shit button for the city, not for us specifically.
What are they gonna do for the city?
I mean, reinforce the lines. We're not to toot our own horns, but we're a major defensive asset for the city, and we're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Right. But
Once
if we
we-
fall, the city falls anyway.
Well, if we fall, everything falls, right?
Yeah, which is why if we keep them for well, and that's the thing. Like if we
Well, we have the hour of waiting for the attunement too, and we don't know how hairy that's going to get.
we
Yeah.
have the all I'm saying is we have the ship, but we don't necessarily have to decide right now.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
hold on to it. as long
We're
as
just coming up with ideas of what they could be.
exactly.
I will say this out of game,
Mhm.
and this is just as a player standpoint. I would prefer not to muddle up final combat with the big bad with a
Yeah.
bunch of
Randos.
random
However- however,
it's
there-
a smart tactical plan. I just don't want that battle to feel less cool.
Well, there is something to be said
Fair
whether, because we could not be the ones muddling the final battle. He could. They could always be used and just like,
Yeah.
oh, those 2 factions are fighting now. We can write them off while you guys actually fight the big bad.
All right, so we'll just keep
That's-
them in our
that's
back
fair.
pocket. We can send them to Khirn if we get bad news from Khirn or something, because of their extra
the only thing-
extra planar abilities, we should be all right.
point.
there is one thing I would say is that they will not be able to stay for very long. They're still needed combats and nights. We need them to shore up our own defenses. So this is not.
think it'd be I think it would be less than a day. It'd be 1 battle's worth.
Absolutely.
This is good. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted to let
absolutely.
you know that I did not know what you meant by shoring up defenses. So I wanted to make sure there was a clear picture of what I was.
Oh, right.
Oh,
yeah.
That's fair.
As long as it takes us for us to murder the hell out of Phobator.
All right, Faf, you heard it. We're gonna keep them in emergency. Be ready to do that if needed.
Well, there's another thing.
Yeah.
If some giant fuck off mountainy huge enemy starts coming to destroy Khirn,
Yeah, then we send them here.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we can deploy them wherever they're needed.
Yeah,
How are they
I'm
doing?
just
How are they-
reiterating we might have a giant fuck off thing coming.
Absolutely.
No, I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
we
I
don't need to
disagree.
say thing. We can tell him it's a dragon. It's
It's
a
a dragon.
scary, it's a mansion
Aberrant
dragon.
dragon. Of
That's
some
what we
kind.
believe.
dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
City dragon.
That's-
Town
So
dragon? Town.
it is
Town
okay
It's like
that
a
I go then now. You are done needing me. You have faff. I can just go. This
That's
is
not going to be here for a while. Don't worry.
good.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
yeah, you-
No,
you-
it's-
Is there anything else? Do you think we should know about the Feywild? Do you think we're good? Think we're up to
I
date?
mean, that is all of the information that I have. It is by no means complete. There are. We try to stay informed, but the issues of spies and things have become a little strained as they keep being found. So there's, the information is much more limited than I
Oh
would
yeah.
like.
Well, watch out for doppelgangers.
Yes.
Watch out
we've-
for imps that are hanging out on.
I'm gonna.
I mean, do you even have any?
Hersem has found an imp that was invisible, and on the other plane, he reached through the plane, grabbed the imp, pulled him through, and shook him around quite a bit until he told us that where he was there, and then he has him trapped in a cage and is laughing at him. It is a
He's about right.
What was his name?
Sounds legit.
I do not remember his name.
Do you think that's our friend?
That'd be funny if it was.
Well, if it was in a cage, it doesn't matter because we can summon that friend because we know his real name.
Fair enough. I'm gonna use. Do you think I should? All right, hold on. Let me check.
While he's checking that, hey, did your Highness lady put on that ring I gave her?
The Highness Lady, which the Silly Queen.
Yeah.
The ring. I do not know. What is this ring you gave her?
Oh, it's dragon bone.
Dragon bone ring. More than likely, then it is. Those are no small gifts, especially knowing the dragon that you found.
Yeah, it was part of it. Yeah.
Yes, I'm still intrigued that the Will of the Wisp were able to pull you to that. It is. They are notorious for.
Oh, you think that's weird? Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Bye.
Oh, not you guys. Sorry, every dragon say hi.
And the dragons also say, "Okay, that is explaining the ice. Okay, that's."
Oh, you should have seen the heads, man.
I'm gonna hit him with my true sight real quick. I just want to look at him with true sight.
Yep, it's him. He's just yeah. With the true sight, you see there are like kind of like flames that always surround him that kind of are in the ethereal realm, just because of his nature and what he is, being a flame druid. So, but other than that, yeah, it's him.
All right, dig it. All right, I think that's all we got for you.
Very well. In that case, it is okay that I leave you now?
Unless you have anything else that you think that we would be beneficial knowing or need anything from us, you can always ask us questions too.
Let me see. There is talk of maybe after the war is over, trying to establish better relations with Material Plane because you left a positive impact there. So there might be after this is all over, maybe we'll not be so separate. But it is also, I believe, slightly could be trap. So they are still Fae. Never forget that. Even I in their service shall never forget that they are Fae. Don't. So
Yeah.
that is.
Well, I did give your queen a gift with
Yes.
no expectations back. Usually that means a boon, if I remember correctly.
If one is gifted this, I would say be wary. She may call this summoning of the people. Her, them calling it paying of a favor would be the best situation for all of you.
Oh yeah, well I'm not the one
specify-
asking for that. He is.
Do you wish me to specify you are paying Hirsam for that he summoned you? Or do you wish to have a debt owed to Hirsam?
Oh, I was talking about the dragon ring that I gave your lady.
No, I understand that. No, I mean for the reinforcements if you call upon them.
That's Viceair's family. Don't look at me.
Viceair, what do you think? Do you wish to call it even, or do you wish to... Oh, I did her this one.
You know what? we'll call it even. But I do. Tell him I'm excited to talk to him about the realms after this is all over.
Very interesting. Okay, I will let him know. And you see, he pulls out a small like notebook thing. He kind of writes something down. Excellent. And then, since there is nothing else, I will. Oh, it looks like I just got a text message from Molly. That her computer is freezing. It was hours ago. Never mind. All right, sorry about that.
Oh,
For the lady.
All right, so there is no. I will take my leave. And with, you see, he reaches down to the floor, and as he like puts his finger, as he pulls it up, you see fire just start to surround and wisp around him, and it's almost as if his body burns up, but like magically, not horribly, and just like leaving a
oh, it went terribly wrong.
I fucked up. No, that'd be horrible.
I told him to be safe. I mean, if he didn't, it's his fault.
Perfect. All right. So at that point, you see that there is the butler comes. By the way, we have a few guests who wish to come in if they are allowed.
Like there.
Go look at him.
Yeah. Well, no. Even,
I'm just
well,
standing.
yeah, you could. Do butlers have true sight?
To me?
Butlers, I order you to have true sight.
I don't know. I
that
never
work?
asked.
We do not, unfortunately, sir. I apologize.
No,
Bullshit.
but I've got mine up. Don't worry.
I just figured I'd ask. That would have been cool.
Yeah, no, it's good to check for sure.
You finally found something they can't do.
I know, right?
Tents, defend the city.
It
Defend
just
the tent with
expands
your
over.
lives.
We just set up the tent right in the main gate, so they have to walk into it.
Okay, so all right, we've got we've got a ton of the plan down. It's looking good. The only question right now is the god flesh. How to identify it?
Well, so there's two questions. One,
Mhm.
how we're finding Phobator after severing the ley line.
We might be able to cut straight to him.
So-
Did the
Okay.
yeah.
The
hopefully.
ley line will lead to his body, and so his physical body shouldn't move. So after you find him and go into the ley lines, cut the ley line, then his body will be in the exact place that it is normally. So he'll be exactly where you left him, unless he teleports or does something crazy.
Well, we have to find him in the first place either way. So we have to find him and then go to the ley line.
That's correct.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what? How are we gonna
You
find
can-
him?
You can either find him or find Morpheus, the god of dreams that he's attached to, and follow the ley line either way.
I thought the daggers, like when we had both of them, we could have them take us to where we wanted to go.
They will take you wherever you want to go, but you have to know where you want to go. Like they'll take you into the realm of dreams, which is the only way to get to the realm of dreams, let alone the magical ley lines. Like they give you the beyond planar travel kind of.
Well, since we have to find the ley line and we can track it back to one or the other, if we can track it back to Morpheus, while he's kind of down and out, he might be able to give us some slight edge.
How are we gonna find him?
Morpheus'
that.
edge.
I did.
Did you want me to let the guests in, sir?
Vice
Yeah.
look at him, right?
Oh, verify that they're not.
Yeah, I mean, just send him in. I'll let you know if anything's weird to stick him in.
Absolutely. First to arrive is Skra-Al, and then right behind him is Alcaeus and Decoria. Those are the first three. They all look good with the true side up.
Give the thumbs up.
All right. Give my brother a big old hug. How's it feel being responsible?
I hate it. No, it's better than being responsible for you. I'd rather take care of a whole city than chase you around.
Well, wait till after the battle plans.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's battle plans. Excellent. You have battle plans. You have a plan, man.
I have an entire plan. I have come up with everything. really, entirely. The entire plan hinges on me, actually, surprisingly. Not my idea. It was my idea.
I remember the plan used to be quick sing so they're distracted. That was the whole thing of the plan.
It worked.
It did.
Just saying.
I mean, I didn't find no argument from me.
Anyways.
That's how simple that was. Don't start speaking though. That was weird. Perfect.
Yeah,
And
once
then,
we could form cohesive thoughts, things kind of went out the window.
Yeah, no.
Probably in my
Shame.
life.
Decoria.
Yourself or the Kenku.
Story of just me as a person. Story of my life. No. All right. And then Alcaz. All right. So, yeah, I've called in the big guns. What do we need?
Real quick, Jacoria gets a slightly more awkward hug than previously.
Oh my.
She gives
No,
you.
not that type of awkward. The other type of awkward.
Oh my.
Okay. But so, God damn it. She noticed she get. There's another eye. Are you collecting them?
Yeah, this one's purple. He shoots plasma. He's really old.
I didn't.
You want to say hi?
Wait a minute. No, I don't. I mean,
Okay.
I do, but not right now. Not right now. I have a feeling there's something afoot here. But the purple was real. There's actually a purple dragon.
Well, remember that weird, like, vacuum one?
Yes.
You were there when I shot the beam into the thing after I got him?
Oh, that landed. Interesting.
Yeah. Remember we were talking to him and through the mirror? Was that actually her? Or did the DM just forget she was there?
No, she was there.
Okay.
She was there the first time you did the egg, not the second time. No, you called her in. Yeah, she was there.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah, she really wanted to see it when we went into the tent room. She refused to leave the room when I was like, it's going to be really bright.
Sorry, this is just kind of resolving her questions about it because we ended it a little early.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just making sure that you didn't
Yeah.
magically turn that one into a doppelganger.
No. All right. And then, all right, perfect. At that point, you guys kind of have a little chat, and then more guests for you, sir.
All right, bring him in.
Perfect. At that point, Bardrum, Bristlechin, Rash, and Vreeze all come in. Bardrum walks in and he's like, "The heroes of the city, this is great to see you again, and tell me you've got good news, because we could definitely use it." Rash kind of just walks in, he kind of looks around, he's like, "Hey, you guys causing more trouble in, eh? Alright, that's I'm supposing you want to know good stuff, bad stuff, and everything in between, so you brought him for the good stuff, me for the bad stuff, and this red guy for everything in between, huh?"
You've been
Vreeze,
farther off with guesses.
Everybody's
Re-
good, right? Everybody's
yeah,
good?
everybody's good through the
Okay.
true sight.
Want to make sure that it's not like, you guys didn't ask that 20th time.
Little
No,
green
no,
lights
I've-
pop above their head.
Once you guys say you have the true sight up, I take it rid as you are able to see nonsense. I'm not gonna pull the DM. Trust me, if there was a DM screw,
We
I'm gonna
appreciate
freaking
that.
earn it. I'm gonna earn that shit. I won't just.
We appreciate
Vreeze gives you guys a fairly deep bow, and then as he stands up, you see he does have his hawk on his shoulder, and
There is much to discuss, I think. Yes?
Absolutely.
An attack plan, I hope.
More or less, yeah.
That is what we
Back and
discussed.
defense.
As was promised. Excellent.
Great.
uh,
All right.
Povix kind of looks at you, Uza, and then just gives you like this kind of recognized nod. That's his word, sorry. Povix. And then,
Hawk.
yeah.
Falcon.
They all start heading towards their different seats around this big war room planning table.
I assume whoever standing will be the head of this table and be able to present, but
Hello,
how do
hello,
we
hello.
Oh, there we go. We
Hi,
got
Mike.
you now.
Back.
So,
No, sorry, my mic is being terrible tonight. Sorry. At that note, when I see Pavix in there, I'll have Maverick land on my the same shoulder and just give a manly nod.
Perfect.
The birds are nodding at each other.
Bird.
Alright.
I
Down,
assume
Mordecai.
whoever is standing becomes the head of the table and is allowed to speak. How do you determine who will have their turn to speak above the others?
Little green light pops above my head. Whoever's got a light, that's who's gonna be talking, I think.
And how do
How's
we
that?
get the light?
You
Who
say,
wishes
can
to
I have the
speak?
light? And then I do this. And then it pops above his head.
Ah, very well.
I'm gonna kick a seashell back under the table.
Hold the
God damn it.
I'm going to stop myself from making wrestling references.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, we've gathered you here today to let you know that tomorrow is the day of retribution, of our final attack on Phobator. We have a plan. We want to get your opinions on it, we want to get your insights on it, and we want to warn you that things are going to get really, really bad before they get suddenly better. Hopefully. And then I launch into the plan.
Perfect.
I do want to mention during the plan, like, we still don't have any idea of how to find Morpheus. That is a hitch that we could use some giddy up in.
Okay, perfect. So as you go through the plan, I assume, I don't know why, but Uzo, you're sketching out the plan as you guys go through it on the big paper thing.
It'll start that way, like definitely like Hobgoblin's here and the flight here, and then Uzo will probably get distracted and then start making get a little too involved.
Gotcha.
And the flight feathers, like, just wait, guys, slow down. I gotta.
Well, and Bloodscale will be there, like, hey, come on.
I'll be
Yeah.
using minor illusion to kind of like
Focus.
throw things in front of Uzo's face too, that when I'm talking about them.
Oh yeah. Stick figure Hobgoblin. And
Focus.
shorter stick figure
Focus.
dwarves.
Penguin in a costume. How many Draculas are hiding in this room?
God damn it! Get away from it. Okay. And then excellent. So you guys, anybody else doing anything to enhance the plan or anything like that, or just sort of how PCs are going to react, or NPCs are going to react? Perfect. Okay.
NPCs.
It's at that point. There's another. Sorry. About as soon as you're about to start, Urzoth kind of is let in and kind of rushes to a seat to sit down.
I'm sorry I'm late. I did not know this was had already started. I apologize.
And then she gets the whole presentation because I almost forgot that she was coming.
Yeah,
But-
speed run it for.
Yeah. No. She made it in time. She made it in time. So.
And since the DM said everything's above board, she's obviously not a doppelganger.
Yep. She is confirmed as real as she comes in. All right.
Fuck, did we ever check the butler?
Man. No, I'm just fucking. All right, perfect. So upon Urza is actually kind of first to speak up.
As far as finding the god of dreaming, that was one of the things that our potion relied upon, was the dreaming kind of creating its own as people interacted with it. I've been trying to deconstruct the runes, and I believe one of them is not fully of orcish nature, but an interpretation of something given by a god, a gift, a small one though, to help complete the trap. And I believe this Morpheus, as you say, is the unknown god that gave us this gift to trap Janoth. I believe if you're able to fully...
Oh, let me just pull it. And she reaches into her pouch and she pulls out. It's a kind of a scroll, but it's made out of stitched together hide of some sort. It's scaly but hard to identify. but she kind of rolls it out, and you see that she's there are these intricately painted runes, and in Orcish the explanation of what the possibilities of what they might do, and like there's ones that are specifically clearly ceremonies and things like that. This is kind of basically her like a religious text of some sort that she's been going through and reinterpreting. You see that most of it is in this kind of bright teal color that almost glows as everything's written on it, and you see that she's made several notes in another hand in red. She pulls you over to one of the symbols, and she's
As you can see, that it does not draw along the classic schools of magic, but some other actual planar source, not a ley line that we normally use, but one that is it is the most hidden. I believe that is possibly Morpheus's power. So if you are able to find a power like this, it could help lead you to the right place. Do you wish me to copy it?
Absolutely.
Very well. And then she pulls out a smaller. Yeah, I guess it would be. It would be. Yeah, it's really weird. It's kind of lighter and fairly thin compared to it, but it's another cured hide. And she starts to go writing through it, and as she hands it to you, it feels avian in some sort. You realize that this is a piece of the rock that you helped slay has been turned into hide paper.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So this
go ahead and mark in your inventory Morphaic or Morpheus. Yeah, we'll say Morphaic rune, however you want to spell it.
We give that to Zark. He's good with all the magic and the runes and the stuff.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And Yazark, you can transcribe this rune into your spell book, same way you transcribe a spell, but quicker and easier because it's a mental crystal now for you. I guess it always had. Now it's a really good one.
Also, I don't know if you're responding or not, but just so you know, we cannot hear you if
You
are.
can't hear me?
Well, I didn't.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
he's talking to me.
Okay.
Everybody else was talking. I wasn't going to speak over people.
I'm
Jeez,
just
I'm not
checking, I'm just
rude. My mama raised me right.
It's been a while since you.
Are you accusing me of being raised incorrectly, sir?
I am letting everybody imply or infer what they want to from my implication.
Fair enough.
The implication. All right, sorry.
Just
Go
wanted
ahead.
to make sure. All right,
Exactly
I think.
Well, fuck you, bud.
Yeah, I mean, see, you waited until everybody stopped talking and then you spoke. Like, you're fine.
All right. So, yeah, mark. So, as our good mark a Morphaic rune into your inventory, and you can sit with that and study it and see to kind of get the magical signature of it. That'll give you a lead on how to find and where possibly you could go.
So this is a very custom item, I'm assuming. Not
Very
something that's
custom
going to
item.
show up.
No, this is a custom item, name, Morphaic rune, and yeah. So,
Do you have properties that you can put in the chat or something
They-
so I can look at them?
yeah, I'll
Or
make
did I
a
miss
handout
one?
for you. I'll make a handout.
Perfect.
We should have Uza copy it down as well, since he's going to be attuned to the daggers.
Ah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Perfect. All right, and then
Now Ty's scrambling to figure out how to spell Morphaic.
no, I got it already. No, I just gotta type this out real quick. Can be used.
And I have the country of origin.
No. My brain.
Morphaic realm.
Yeah. The dream realm? No, I don't know. There we go. Bam. Bam. Bam.
Damn.
Fuck, I wasn't even close.
What did you have?
Morpheic. I guess
not
I was
bad.
close. I missed one
That's
letter.
pretty close.
Yeah, see, I had AIC. Man, should have known it was an AE.
Yeah.
Together, we are one person who can
Spelling.
kind of
Mhm.
spell.
More predict what my dumbass brain's gonna come up with because there's no rhyme or reason to why what should. All right, excellent. So after Ozoth sits down and you guys.
Wrong.
More
I
fake
put
run.
ruin.
Ruin.
I put
ruin.
more big ruin.
Oh, the chat's
Ruin.
Hey man, I'm 8.
That's
You're an adult, though. Shut up.
God damn it.
All right. Let's see. Rash is after the plan has been. Next person to speak is Rash. He's like, all right. So you expecting the you're gonna tune to it in the city, and we're gonna get attacked. All right, no problem. It's probably the best surprise, but you're gonna do this in I guess we're just gonna call it the lighthouse right now. Is that correct? That's all. Yeah.
I think so.
All right, perfect. So,
Well, Uza, didn't you want to tune to it in the temple and then make it over to?
I did, but this is a more defendable and well-lit location. I think it's a good idea to do it here. It's only going to take me 5 minutes to get to the gate.
all right,
Cool.
what you know, it's gonna like bless it or something. You can bless the space, can't you, or some shit like that? Or what is it called? Not desecrate, the other one. Whatever.
Consecrate.
That's the one. Yeah, couldn't you You could consecrate the area, right? Make it harder for shit to get to you.
I mean, I can't. Maybe Tuesday can.
I don't know. Just an idea. We also have other religions in the city. If they might be able to help on that thing, I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, I didn't see really anything for me to do in this plan, and I don't want to sit this one out because I sat too many out recently, as our case is made very blatantly obvious to me. So
Well, I have a question.
yeah,
Because you were looking for the kid's mom.
yeah.
Anything on that?
No, unfortunately. Last I saw, she was going to be at the estate that you guys went through. That's the last information that I had. I
Oh,
don't know.
good. Then she's probably the giant fuck off thing. Then that's bad.
Oh,
That's
yeah, no, that's really
Womp
not
womp.
good.
Bloodskill will look over at KS and be like, "The kids might have to fight their mom."
Yeah, they're not doing that. I'll make sure they're safe. I haven't told them anything about this. I haven't even told them we're looking. As far as they know, their mom is flying around.
Well,
fighting
I
bad
told them at
guys,
the
all
wedding
right?
that shit's gonna get funky tomorrow, and they need to go full bore and kick some ass. So
Good.
Yeah.
That would be easy to control. Oh, Jesus. All right, no, I'll have to talk to them and find out what they're capable of in their current forms, and the dragon forms, of course, because we've been training as humans, and the rest of the school about to find out who they really are. No, I can hide them away. Rash. Yeah. You can use the old fucking fighting spell. It's fine. You hit them on the ground.
actually, I wonder if because
Now,
Gimsick still has that
dragons.
helmet and ideas.
What are you thinking?
I wonder if he could figure out a way to use that technology as a way to, because he's currently working on it as a way to pull a dragon out.
Yeah.
Wonder if he could use it to pull the corruption out, or at least her out of that big fuck off thing. So that way we have a chance of saving her at least.
Oh, I mean, that's a hell of an idea. I'll talk to him about it for sure. We'll have the kids.
Because I would feel bad.
All right. Cool. That's horrible, but I'll get try to get any information of what I can between here and there. The latest description of what I had was a bit of the mountain just started to move, and that is not reassuring in any way. So whatever it is, it's fucking big. I mean, fucking big. Apparently, one of my closest spies to it, one of my braver people, is still waiting for their hearing to come back. That's how loud it was when it kind of started to move. Just a fucking heads up on that.
Yeah, we heard it up on the graveyard on top of the mountain.
Your
were
spies have an ETA.
outside. I know. Not that I've come into communication with yet so far, because there's kind of, a last word I've had from a while. So I don't know where some of them are, unfortunately. We're working at it. We're working at it. Is that
All right.
long and short of it.
All right, so the place here, there's lots of us that we can muster in the army. We've gotten Two's all of the things he's needed for the components. He said he got anything that you all needed. Is there any? So you have the city behind you, of course. Is there? We're going to. Should we kind of do a not draft, but a request to have anyone of fighting prowess available tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. Pad your forces as much as
All right.
possible.
We'll send out the word that tomorrow's going to be a big one, and we're going to try to get as many people as possible to defend their place, their families, and.
Well,
that's
tomorrow's
the
going to be
last remaining.
the big one, or else we're probably fucked.
The little kobolds keep wanting to fight, but I keep telling them no. I feel like they're just sad. They're blind, and I mean we can aim them at one thing, we kind of have them volley, but honestly we have to create a noise or something for them to volley at. So we're working on that. As far as the Aarakocra in the city, we've got the flight, which have been absolutely amazing. Their eyes are keener than hell any that I know.
I will let you know if you have any spellcasters that can cast Prestidigitation. You can enchant an arrow or with it to make a sound for them to fire at.
I'll talk to Gimzik, see if there's anything. I don't know. He's
Or you
fairly
can just
busy.
go old school, and if you're shooting arrows at a thing, attach bells to it.
I bet we can make a lot of bells in a short amount of time. But so we'll see if we can get bells then, because it'll be the most practical and quick and easy thing. Is there anything else this city can do to back your play?
Well,
How are the docks?
Collapsed right now.
So nothing can go in or out?
Nothing that isn't insanely strong enough that I doubt anything we do would stop it anyway.
Okay.
well, you do have a giant thing of mountain.
Yeah, what about the caves going down towards the kobold's old lair?
Well,
Did
they've
we
also
walk
been
up?
temporarily they've been temporarily collapsed as well. Who knows if we're ever going to be able to reopen those? But hopefully, it's.
No, there are those brain sucker octopus face men down there.
Oh, good. That's just what I wanted to hear. Oh, yeah. That's fair. Yeah, it's completely collapsed for now. Some of the Duergar were a little upset that we did that, but it was.
Did you tell them that the octopus face men were down there? Because they might change their minds.
We told them about the massacre of the Myconids and the fact that you had seen some horrible things, including a mind-controlled dragon and an elder brain that. Yeah, they weren't happy about it, but they did eventually understand, at least.
Well, maybe we can help them out after.
Aye.
Yeah, I think that's a fair trade for their support.
Exactly. Like, we should.
Well, after what their king pulled, we're trying to be better than they are, but it is hard to let that our own king's corruption didn't help us any, so we have to.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if you notice the Duergar when you're announcing that it's gonna get all fucky, you're noticing that they're a little unsure. Just let them know that we'll help them clear out the underground a bit once we're done. Just as
Very
good
well.
faith and all that.
There's been talk of trying to create an emergency exit. I'm against it. I believe if we don't stand here, we won't stand at all, and an escape can give people the idea that there's going to be a fight after this one, and I don't believe
What
there
about
is.
the kids?
The kids?
All the kids.
Where would they go? You can-
Rash, do you know any secret paths?
I mean, there's a few places that'll get you outside, but then you're fucking outside. Maybe it's a temporary solution to get them out of the city once the attack starts, but I don't think it's a. Oh God, you're gonna make me a babysitter, aren't you?
I
No,
think the best
excuse
thing
me.
that we can. I
Go
think the
ahead.
best. Sorry, can I have a light?
Are Are there any hidden? Oh,
Um,
sorry.
what if? I think our best option is to have the school as the last fallback point and last person alive with the ability to plane shift the kids to the Feywild. They seem to be holding out somewhat over there, from what we're told, and
At least the celiac, yeah.
yeah,
I bet I can. I bet I could talk Helmata into leaving her house for a whole day for that.
I
She
think
seems
if
to like
you,
you.
I think if you run into any Sealy over there, just tell them the Dawnforged sent you and tell them the fate of Khirn. Hopefully they'll understand.
Hey, Alcaeus is here, right?
Yes.
You could always give Helmata a note about that possibility of debt you're owed.
That's right. Yeah. I bet. Yeah, I bet.
'Cause if
yeah,
if we're all
could help
not
get
making
them
it
of
out, you're not going to be able to use that debt anyways, so it could benefit the kids if worse comes to worse.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, might as well get something from that green bastard.
He is an asshole, yeah.
Such a dick. But whenever you can, save a leprechaun's life. Just not that one again. And then at this point, Vreeze kind of stands up and he waits patiently for the green to shift to him.
I'll elbow Visair and be like, I think he wants the light.
I toss it over.
And then as soon as the light goes, he's like, if this is to be treated as a last stand, then I believe my people wish to take the front line. We can break them. We can not be broken. We will give those behind us heart. And we are the hardiest, no offense. We are larger and more intimidating and less likely to be folded. We volunteer to be the front line.
I mean,
Question.
you don't get many volunteers for Vanguard.
Question, though.
Yes.
This is to DM.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Does the orc second in command look a little pissed off at that?
You see, she's like Urza is clearly like just gives it. It's one of those like more of the fuck did he just say kind of like more than like offended or anything. Is like because not like surprised, just one of those like just like a what kind of yeah. She's but no, not speaking up yet.
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch?
Kinda, yeah. That's the face.
Then we shall be the front line. And if hobgoblins are to be wiped off the earth, then we shall be in combat.
And he sits back down before anyone can say anything else. And he,
Fucking Klingons, bro.
kind of. Urzoth stands up.
I toss the light over him.
Her. So Urzoth, as
Them.
she's like, okay. As far as the people go, other than the battle-thirsty vanguard, she kind of like shakes her head just a little bit to herself. I believe the rest of us should all fight side by side, so that way there's no splintering into factions. There's no try to save the dwarves or try to save just the orcs. There are basically, there's no chance to run away by yourself. You must fight and stand with all of those around you. What say you?
It seems fair. Hey, Visair?
Yeah.
Didn't we discuss you possibly doing a speech in the morning to everybody?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna let everyone know as much as I can, and try and get everyone whipped into a little bit of like a ready for battle kind of thing.
I think we should do something like say that in this fight there are no races, there are no factions, we're all Dawnforged or something like that.
Yeah, that was all part of it.
Okay, cool. I
wish we
don't
had
know
that
why I
thing-
didn't
oh.
trust you knowing that
Do you
already.
remember in the Feywild when we found the Octarine dragon? I wish we had that for me to talk into. Remember how it like made us see through the binds of reality? If I made a speech into that thing, it would be insane. Oh well.
I
That
don't know if I
Morphe
can do that
focus?
with the dragon bone I have or not, but we could try something.
I don't
I
think
don't-
it's the same.
I don't think it was a dragon bone. Wasn't it just a chunk of Morphe crystal? Like,
It was
Yeah,
a
there was that. Uh-huh.
it was
It
a
like that weird
Morphe
throne thing, huh?
throne. Yeah, it was a throne that
Yeah,
it was a
there was
throne.
that throne. If we had that throne, that would
Zephyr's-
be just insane.
You guys look over and Zephyr's hand is up.
Oh, light floats over her.
Okay, so we're taking a rest after we discuss all this, but right now I can move Earth, and what I can do is create trenches, walls, pillars. I could give us the high ground when they come from the outside. Or I could make, halls smaller so they have to funnel themselves through one at a time.
Yeah,
We can get many people working on that tonight as well, if because it's going to be a lot of work for just one druid, even one as powerful as you.
I can make it happen.
well,
The city is actually pretty well designed as far as fortifying it'll go. It'll be hard to think of places to do overnight. I suggest you get your rest instead. We'll shore up anything that we can. Trust us, we got you on this one.
No reason to even.
What's that?
I just wanted to use the spell once because it's such a good spell, but I just haven't had the occasion to use it.
You can
Alright.
fortify this. You can fortify the school if you want.
So what are we doing with the children? Are we fortifying them in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then last chance just plane shifting them to the Feywild?
Yep.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and use Move Earth to cover all the windows, doors, everything except for the entrance. But I'm gonna make like stone doors that are difficult to open.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so you're gonna basically give it its own like kind of earth shell with stone doors.
Yes, basically.
Just DM question. Are you gonna leave like a hole in the top for the owls to get out?
For the owls?
Yeah. Remember the owls?
yeah,
live
the
at
spy
school?
owls, including Percival.
A tiny one, yes, and not an obvious one.
Okay. Perfect.
Like I'm gonna see
get
if I can
back and all
find
the kids are going to be
cloth
suffocated.
the same color. Cloth the same color as the earth, and then just kind of block it over the hole. And when the owls need to leave the hole, they can just push through, and it flaps back down.
Perfect. Okay.
I mean, Uza makes a point. Maybe leave a couple ventilation holes.
Pokes and
I had assumed
Hooks a
those
hole in the
already,
box.
It's gonna be stale air. It's fine. They'll survive.
Oh, they're kids. That air's going to get all musky and full of angst.
And bacteria. Children are
Ugh.
disease vectors.
They're going to cough so much.
God damn it. Alright. Then,
I put my hand down.
alright then. So everybody kind of looks. You see at this point, the definitely more seasoned of the leaders is kind of looking over to you, Vicer, to see like any next points of the meeting, if you're going to adjourn it. You feel like kind of the air of expectation kind of shift.
Alright, so we've got a rune that will hopefully get us to him. We have a plan of attack for tomorrow. Anything could happen. We still don't know how far away the largest enemy we could run into is. Everyone be on your toes. Be ready for anything. And if you see something, say something.
Damn it. It was going to happen eventually. All right. So, all right. So with that, the meeting kind of adjourns. You see all of the leaders kind of stand up. They give you the like. There's deep bow from Vrees. Urzoth kind of gives you like kind of an orcish salute. Specifically, one for all of you, and then one specific to Ulu. Skrull, he looks like he can't figure out quite what to do, so he just quickly just scratches like a lightning rune into the air, and you see it kind of like spark for a second, and then he realizes it's like kind of like a little sad little bit of magic because he hasn't practiced it too much, and he kind of gives you a little shrug. Like, I'm gonna go. hugs
buddy.
you before he goes.
Get there someday.
Shut up. He mutters shit under his breath as he goes. Rash pulls the Irish goodbyes as one of the other leaders is doing their thing. He's just gone. And then Bartram kind of, all right then. After all this, kind of shakes out. That's gonna make a fucking statue of you people or something. This is.
Just one?
People like statues, right? I said statues.
All right. Yeah, that's great.
I'll have to
A
say
couple
that.
streets, me damn duds. I just asked that wherever Akadi's temple is currently, could that just be Uza Boulevard?
I was almost certain you'd want it to be Ooze's Way, but yeah, we could do Boulevard.
Oh no, that's just everywhere, baby.
No, we can't ever have Uza's way. if you ever get Uza's way, it'll be a nightmare for all of us.
All right.
Down by the arena, there's a name scratched off of the wall. That probably could be restored, I suppose.
We can do that.
Alright.
Zephyr just sets a hand on Bloodscale's shoulder.
I'm about to have to go deal with the baby. So real quick, I am gonna ask Visair to consider using his wish spell, cast Hallow on the main gate. Because if you do that, because the spell takes 24 hours to cast. I'm getting some weird feedback. I think. Okay. If you cast Hallow. It normally takes 24 hours to cast, but if you use Wish, you can do it instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
And we can make it so that any follower of Phobator is frightened in the area of the main gate.
Fucking done and done, buddy.
And it lasts until it's dispelled.
All right, absolutely gonna do that. I mean, they'll probably dispel it pretty quick, but fucking, what if they don't?
I
Well,
know
it'll
that
at least
I
be
gotta
up
deal with
past
baby
8
stuff.
levels, so...
Yeah, and 8th level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
All right,
you're also bypassing the 1,000 gold pieces worth of herbs, oils, and incense. So
So many
good
herbs.
thing to dodge because that's a lot of herb that you'd have to burn. All right,
I have a lot of
I'll
bard
be
spice.
back in a minute.
perfect. All right. And then I
Bard
believe,
spice is an herb, and it is highly valued. I have a lot of it.
Also,
and
a
then-
shit ton.
Zephyr, you wanted to speak, correct? You said you put your hand on Bloodscale's shoulder.
Oh no, I just put my when he says he wants to restore the name, I just put my hand on his shoulder and give it a little pat, like, bro, I love you. I don't say that, but
Supportive sister shit.
Hell yes. All right. And then with that, the rest kind of file out one by one, and Decoria giving you she goes for the hug, realizes it's awkward like the first one was, and then she intentionally moves in and gives you like a good hug, and then gives you a nod, like trying to force it to be less awkward, and kind of succeeding actually.
Do what I can to reciprocate. Bloodscale's still gonna be awkward.
Can you give me a charisma check real quick? I'm just curious.
Yeah, sure.
woo,
Why
woo,
not?
woo. How much game does Bloodscale have?
Does the Black Dragon mask help at all?
Nope.
What's going on? What I miss?
I mean, technically you're grappling her, so you could dominate. Okay, perfect. That's what I need to know. All right.
Whoa, hold on now. You might want to rephrase that.
No, it's a joke on your new abilities. So, yeah. No. All right. So, perfect. With that, the meeting ends. You guys have your plan. The city behind you, And anything else you guys want to do before this night is over? The meeting took quite a while with all of the specifics and everything. That in game would take much longer than this.
Yeah, we'll just do the Hallowed Gate, and yeah, then I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to
Perfect.
move Earth and protect the school as much as possible.
Excellent. So we refortify the school, and then we have the gate hollowed. And it's interesting, being such a high level druid and being so in tune with nature.
Sorry.
As you shape this, you see vines instinctively crawling up with your protection, and like it almost starts to create this. Inside and outside the dome, there's like this layer of thorns that also grow. Just your interaction with nature is at this level. It's just nature is not just being shaped by you, but actively trying to help you. And you kind of feel the ancientness of this stone and this mountain and just the overall age, almost if it's like this comforting looking over, like almost elderly family member sort of feel to it as you interact with the stone and kind of ask it and shape it and watch it do its thing.